What's up, moviegoers? Welcome to the Marchio podcast. I'm your host, Anthony. In this episode of the Marchio podcast, I'm talking about Jason X, or Jason 10. This movie is the 10th installment in the Friday the 13th film series, and the plot follows Jason as he's cryogenically frozen and stays dormant for 445 years until he is found and inadvertently awoken by a group of students in the year 2455. Allowing him to stalk and kill everyone on board a spaceship. So the movie starts out in 2008. He is captured by the U.S. government and held at Camp Crystal Lake Research Facility. After failed attempts to kill Jason over the following 2 years, scientists suggest that put him in cryogenic stasis for a period of time. There are a lot of interesting factors about this movie because it's a horror movie that takes place in space. And it's characterized as a science fiction slasher film. And wow, like the tagline is evil gets an upgrade. Okay, here's the thing. When you make a 10th movie in the franchise, it's either going to be really good or really bad. And this movie was just really, really bad. I commend Kane Otter for coming back and reprising his role as Jason Voorhees in his final cinematic appearance as the character. And the interesting thing is that there are actors and actresses in this movie that are from the TV show Andromeda. I know a lot of fans out there who are big fans of that show. And you can tell there are a lot of, parts and plots that point to that. But the interesting thing about this movie is that there are not many interesting kills. There is one kill that's interesting where Jason cryogenically freezes one of the female characters' faces and smashes it against the desk. And that's it. And that's what happens. And then later on, Jason's character is beaten up by this robot girl, and he goes through this regenerative process, and he comes back as this hulking brute figure in space. And fans dubbed it Uber Jason, or so-called Jason X in a way, so advanced that you can't kill him. When you make a character that's so powerful and so big through a certain amount of movies, and then you kill him off again in a way and bring him back as this brute force, okay, great. But I wanted more. I wanted more of the certain ways things were done. I wanted certain aspects of things were done. I mean, this movie is 92 minutes long. It was released on April 26, 2002, had a budget of $11 to $14 million, and it grossed $16.9 million at the box office. So it was a semi-hit, but it was not good. Of course, it takes place in space, and any horror movie that takes place in space isn't that good, and this wasn't that good either. And the way Jason is killed, once again, is that it's the future. So he's, brought back to the so-called Earth. And on Earth 2, a pair of teenagers sit by a lake, and you see this so-called shooting star who's Jason. And the teenagers go to investigate, and Jason's charred mask sinks to the bottom of the lake. And then that's the end of the movie. So, why do you do that? No, you should have ended it with part 7 or part 8, and that was it. 9 and 10 didn't really need to be made. 9 made no sense at all. And 10 was just a campy callback to those, 50s, 60s B-movie horror movies. I really wanted to try to like it, but I just couldn't do it. I just could not do it. And that's where this movie fails for me. It just didn't work at all. The killings weren't interesting. It wasn't that good. But the movie, did receive a cult following after. And, it did get negative reviews on its release. So even though it got negative reviews, it gained a cult following. The aspect of seeing Jason as a Uber Jason and seeing him as a, scientific enhancement of regenerative process was good. They definitely changed that a lot, and it worked a lot. Other than that, this movie didn't hit it on the mark. It wasn't as normal as it should have been, and sending Jason to space evidently was the only way that the studio suggested it and the only direction left for the series. No, you could have done something else, or you should have just made this movie Freddy vs. Jason. You had that opportunity, but you didn't do it. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about Jason X or Jason 10. Did you like the idea of Jason in space, or were you tired of that notion of seeing horror movies in space and they literally jump the shark and have no other idea of what to do? Let me know in the comment section below of the questions I just asked. And be sure you tune into the next episode of the Marchio podcast, where I talk about Freddy vs. Jason. And be sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for new videos and new podcast episodes on the Marchio Productions YouTube page. And follow Marchio Productions on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And follow me, Anthony, your host, on Instagram and Twitter at misterfilmstock. And follow the Marchio Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'll leave a link to all the social media accounts in the description box below. You can check it out and follow along. All right, everyone, that does it for today's episode. I'm your host, Anthony. Thanks for tuning in.